So we're going to show you a technique that you can use in Access applications to make filtering and finding data much easier. So I've set up a quick sample database here where we have a table of states, obviously not every state, a selection of counties within those states, and a selection of towns within those counties. So we have a hierarchical system which you could have in a lot of different cases. I mean, you could have, for example, departments, and within each department has a list of employees, or above the departments list you can have a locations list, or anything where you have a hierarchical nature, 2 or more levels. And this is relational data. We made some videos on relational databases before, so you can go back and take a look at those. But so we have this top down, this hierarchy. You can go to any state, and within a county, see the towns within that county. Okay, so just again, they're separate tables, but we have this set up so you can have this cascading effect. And speaking of cascading, what I'm going to demonstrate now here is cascading combo boxes. Because, I mean, let's suppose this was an application where you had all the towns in the United States, or maybe not all, but let's say even if it's all towns with a population of 100,000 or more, that's still going to be an enormous list. And besides the fact that Access limits the size of these drop-down boxes, you really don't want to have them all displayed. And so you see, by default on this form, we have the list of states, but the list of counties and the list of towns are blank. So, we could have chosen to just list all counties, everything in the county table, everything in the town table, and it might have worked okay here just because I only have, we only have 40 or so towns in here. But of course that can get very unwieldy if you have a large amount of data. So you want to be able to filter these. And so because we have a relationship among these tables, and again, if you go back to our video on relational data, you can see how that works. But basically you have a state ID, and you have a county ID that refers back to that state ID, so you can identify which state the county's in. Same thing for the town. You can identify a county ID that the town refers back to the county's table. Then the county's table is a state ID, which refers back to the state's table. So that's how this cascading relationship goes. And then I'm going to say no. Okay, and so when we select a state, now it becomes populated. Towns still aren't. You have to select a town, a county, Fresno County within California. If we have, Humboldt, right, then we have a different set of towns. And you can switch a state and get a different list of counties and so on. So this is something you can really use in your databases, a technique that we really recommend to help filter. It makes the data much more organized and saves having, you might have a form where you have to select a town, but you really want to select from a list of 1,000 towns in one drop. Access won't even let you go beyond a certain limit. So this keeps everything much more clean, much more organized, and as I keep saying, data integrity in Access is everything. So I hope this helps. Hope this illustrates some of the uses of cascading combo boxes and some ways we can help organize your data and filter it a little bit better to keep the data search from getting too messy.